Up next, the Knicks taking on the Nets. For the New York Knicks, they're playing with terrific focus to start the year. Their hard work from the summer is paying off. Nets, Knicks, coming right up on 2K Sports. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to overcome.
You have 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now, New York starting 5. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Brook Lopez. And it's Hartenstein in at center, filling out the middle. And for Brooklyn, we've got R.J. Barrett. Bobby Portis out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. But you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Outside Barrett. Back to Curry. And stolen by Caruso. And a two-handed jam.
The burst of Caruso can surprise defenders.
Caruso against Curry. Outside Barrett. Back to Curry. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's New York. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Lopez, the screen. Hartenstein finds DiVincenzo. Shoots over Portis. Caruso outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the Knicks, another 3.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Brooks outside. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Portis outside. Three-pointer. And it's New York with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
Now here's McDaniels. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. No luck on that one. Barnes against Lopez. He's off on the layup.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
DiVincenzo against Barrett. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Portis. His nightly numbers respectable, putting up 10 points a game. Barnes in the post, working on Lopez. Counted.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Nets trail by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to Brooks. Outside Barrett. The 3 from Barnes. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Out to the right wing. Outside, DiVincenzo. McDaniels from long range. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Caruso, the pass to Lopez. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on D. Trailing by 5. Outside McDaniels. Caruso finds Hartenstein. 5 on the clock. Caruso misses. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Curry against Caruso. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 6 points.
You do it better than Curry. The range of his shooting is practically in a league of its own.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. New York again, can't hit.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
The score now all even.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Knicks. Early on, they've got the 3rd best record. And, of course, Brooklyn, 3.5 games behind.
I think for the Nets, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
Yep, that one goes. Caruso's gotten his 2nd bucket.
Oh, it takes real skill. For Caruso to get in and around that contact, that's tough.
Stolen by Caruso. He goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Lopez with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Barrett. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Brooks outside. Back to Barnes. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Curry. Banked it in off the glass. Curry's got 8 points.
Tougher than he looks. Curry is unbelievable. This man's a true superstar.
Caruso with it. 6 points for him. Beyond the arc. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. RJ looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns. What a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now that's how you reboot a team.
No good on the free throw. For Brooklyn, Al Horford comes in for Portis. And Joe subbed in for Brooks. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. Nets trail by 6. Joe on the wing. Barnes finds Curry. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Back to Caruso. Oh, he tries a three. Joe grabs the miss.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge trip.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Here's Caruso. He's got 6. Pass to McDaniels. And here is Green. He's guarded by Barnes. Takes the 3. And there's Green on the assist by McDaniels. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky from the arc.
And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thank you, B.A. The Houston Rockets showing they are eager to make personnel changes early on still in the season. They've landed Aaron Gordon, and you know this fan base and entire organization are excited about what he can bring to the table. Gordon has developed into a smart, powerful, and opportunistic NBA star, and he's still deceptively quick and has so many ways to impact this new club, and all with a high degree of power.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us informed. Much appreciated, as always.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Caruso against Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a look here at the shooters doing the most damage from long range this season. Stephen Curry is second. In the third spot, Jaden McDaniels.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
For Brooklyn, Hauser, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Marshall comes in for Barrett, and Williams is subbed in for Curry. DiVincenzo finds Smart. And it's all from three-point range.
Even though it didn't go down, he'll take that shot every time.
Joe, pass to Williams. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Hauser outside. Fires for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside, Green. Smart for 3. Hauser grabs the board. Nets trail by 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Ryan, back over to you.
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Hartenstein. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Williams against Hartenstein. It's Williams, high post. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hauser. Now Horford. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Smart, left side. DiVincenzo on the wing. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it. All right, a chance to check out stats for Stephen Curry.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Scotty Barnes is checked in for Hauser. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Thompson comes in for DiVincenzo. Outside Barnes. 1:46 left in the first quarter here.
What an agile attack by Barnes. I mean, he really outworked the defense.
Smart Looking around. Outside. Green. The three from Thompson. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Nets. It's a three-point game. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Marshall. Now here's Horford. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Barnes. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Smart is just such an effective combo guard. IQ off the charts. He's just fantastic at getting his teammates going.
Now here's Barnes. 9 points in the game. Williams from long range. 26 seconds left in the opening quarter. Green with a screen on Williams. Here's Smart. And it's New York scoring again.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Here's Barnes. Blocked! And they get it back. Cuts off the pass. And that does it for the first quarter. New York out in front, leading by 9. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So on the floor for New York, we've got Marcus Smart. He's out there with Klay Thompson. Green out there with Mitchell Robinson. Here's Barnes, and it's New York with a rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. And that'll mark the end of this 5-game road trip. Now here's Smart. Pass to Green. And no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. And they're on the break. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll start out on the road to play the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And for that game against the Hornets, that's one that could easily go either way. A few mistakes could be the difference. I expect it to be a fun one.
And so he hits both. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, 1, you got to take care of your body, and 2, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Smart. He's got 5. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. The 3 from Thompson drops in the 3. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is something that Klay works on all the time, even though he is already elite at it. He readies himself to fire once he catches that ball.
Tipped, and he gets it back. Pass to Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing. Knicks leading by 15. And here's Smart. To the paint. Thompson outside. For three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Joe. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Joe's got 5 now.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Here they are.
So the Nets making a switch here. Topic is checked in. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Caruso. New York working the ball around now. They set a pick. Just 5 to shoot. Green for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Now here's Joe. Green covering. Back to Marshall. Horford against Caruso. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
We know Horford has that deep stroke, but when he's inside, Al's at his best.
Outside, Green. Smart, a screen on Barnes. Back to Daniels. Hartenstein finds Green. Over Barnes. And it's Green missing.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Back to Joe. Pass to Barnes. Horford, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Barnes. And there's another one for the Nets.
Phenomenal work from the mid-range. Barnes continuing to hone this part of his game.
To the inside. Horford with a steal. Here's Barnes with a take. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's McDaniels. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Smart with a bucket.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Marshall outside. And there's a pick. Pass to Topic. Barnes with a screen on Caruso. 4 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. New York, number 1. In the 3rd spot, the Nets.
Each one of these teams are adept at not just forcing turnovers, but also cashing in once they take away the ball.
Curry, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brook Lopez is checked in for Smart. And it's Caruso with the ball for the New York Knicks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Lopez passes to Caruso. Outside McDaniels. To the middle. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Hartenstein's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game. Barrett's checked in for Marshall.
Now checking in for Brooklyn, number 9, R.J. Barrett.
Horford passes to Joe. Green against Barrett. Shot clock at 6. And here's Curry for 3. Good work defensively by Caruso. New York leading by 11. McDaniels passes to Lopez. Count it. Good.
And using that size to his advantage. I mean, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Outside Barrett. Back to Curry, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You know, when you're trailing, you can't afford mistakes, and he's made a few of them tonight.
And the Nets making a change here. Portis is checked in, and a switch here also for New York. DiVincenzo's checked in. Here's Caruso. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And Caruso's athleticism just jumps out to you, especially when he's up there finishing.
Curry passes to Barrett. Here's Portis. Now Barnes, covered by Lopez. Can they get it? Back to Portis. Pass to Joe. Inside, deflects the pass. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. New York leading by 15. McDaniels with it, now guarded by Barrett. McDaniels passes to Caruso. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his third before the half.
Dillon Brooks checked in for Brooklyn. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Hartenstein. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets.
Joe's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Now here's Joe, guarded closely. Curry looking it over. Shoots over Caruso. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's DiVincenzo. Right wing. Brooks against Lopez. Caruso outside. 6 to shoot. Lopez, the screen on Curry. Caruso, the pass to McDaniels. Hartenstein. Rebound Brooklyn. Here's Barrett. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just an effective shot blocker. Lopez using all of that 7 feet, and he does a great job of picking his spots.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Another miss for him. He's 2 for 6.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Caruso outside. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Hartenstein. Puts up a 3. And Lopez with the 3. Lopez has got 5.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Here's Brooks. He's scoreless. Pass to Joe to end the drought. Pure from three-point range.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Outside, DiVincenzo. They set the pick. The 3. Brooklyn with the board. On the wing, Curry. McDaniels covering. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
No debate there. He got hammered.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw good from Portis. Both free throws good from Portis.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Outside, DiVincenzo. Lopez for three. Sinks the tray. Lopez has got his third basket on the night right there.
At the 5 position, Lopez knocking down three-pointers really helps this team spacing.
Curry against Caruso. Down low. Here's Brooks. And finished off by Brooks.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
Marshall, he's checked in for Brooklyn. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. 1:52 left in the second period. Shot clock at 5. Corner shot. It's hauled in by Portis.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing has hit him.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And the basket by Curry.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Pass to Hartenstein. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Barrett passes to Portis. Back to Barrett. Curry against Caruso. Outside Curry. Shoots over Caruso. Curry, no good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Caruso finds Hartenstein. Now here's Lopez. Here's McDaniels. Brooks defending. Oh, got a piece of it. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. DiVincenzo can't hit.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Knicks up by 16. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, they're giving the game away. Some of it's decision-making, some of it's lack of focus.
They better wake up early in the second half or we're going to be the ones to fall asleep. All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You know, right now for the Nets, they've had some hiccups early on. But I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And Brooklyn with possession here. They trail by 16. Scotty Barnes is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Portis in at the 5, down low. So that's the Nets 5.
You got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
It's stolen by Barnes. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. Out of bounds, it'll be New York's ball. Here are the best on the boards, the league's best rebounding teams. Number 1, the Knicks.
And I love how active they all are on the glass. When a shot goes up, this team takes a gang rebounding approach to tracking down their boards.
New York leading by 13. Caruso outside. Outside McDaniels. Caruso, a screen on Brooks. Back to Lopez. Caruso against Curry. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And Caruso is a tough player. He's someone that's never going to back away from contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And Caruso drops them both. Nets trail by 15. Stolen by Caruso. Out left to the wing. Lopez passes to McDaniels.
Never gives up. That's who Caruso is. He will continue to fight inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Alex Caruso, shooting 2.
First one falls. And Caruso drops them both. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. DiVincenzo against Barrett. To the inside. And stolen by Hartenstein. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside, McDaniels. DiVincenzo on the wing, guarded by Barrett. Shot clock at 6. And so the ball out of bounds. Caruso touched it last.
Boy, that was bad. It was like they were running different plays.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Barrett up top. DiVincenzo covering. Outside Curry. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Barrett. To the middle. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Lopez. New York leading by 17. Outside. DiVincenzo. McDaniels passes to Caruso. And here's Hartenstein. Brooks defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Pass to Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And for New York, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Outside, DiVincenzo to the paint. Here's Lopez. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And Lopez is just so big and long, which puts defenses in a bind that makes them overcommit at times.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The free throw drops for Lopez.
You know, Brook Lopez has consistently evolved as a player, adding layer after layer to his game and making himself a threat on both ends.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Caruso outside. Curry with a steal and pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn, and he lays it in on the break. Curry's got 15 points.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Back to DiVincenzo. Hartenstein a screen. DiVincenzo, the pass to Lopez. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Portis the screen. 4-3. Curry, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
DiVincenzo finds Lopez, and here's Caruso. Hartenstein with a screen on Barnes. Lopez passes to Hartenstein, and Hartenstein slams it in.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the game is going global. Players Association president and sharpshooter C.J. McCollum said, with all the NBA players who weren't born in the United States, we're attracting fans from those places, and it's going to make our game better. And that's what we want at the end of the day. Brian, back to you.
Crossing over borders. Allie, thank you.
4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for New York.
Well, but look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
He's off on the first. And the Nets making a change here. Joe's checked in. And he's good on the second. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
New York leading by 20. Outside McDaniels. Lopez.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
There's a screen. Curry against Caruso. Inside. Here's Barrett. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. DiVincenzo finds Caruso. New York working the ball around now. And he slams it in one-handed.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Portis with a screen on McDaniels. For 3, Barrett buries it from 3. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, team effort pays off with a bucket. And nice work by Barrett using the pick to his advantage.
Back to Caruso. Curry with a steal. Left side Joe. Caruso against Curry. Fires from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
His three-point shooting kind of dried up in the second half. He is yet to make one after knocking down 3 before halftime.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
They set the pick. Barrett passes to Curry. Outside Joe. There's the triple. Caruso grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Left side, DiVincenzo. Back to Caruso. Pass to Lopez. Here's Caruso. McDaniels, a screen on Curry. Now Lopez. This one for three. Fires in the triple. Lopez has got 7 points for the quarter.
Smart shot from Lopez. If he's got a decent look and can avoid putting the ball on the deck, he's got to pull the trigger.
Outside Joe. And here's Curry for three. And it's New York with a rebound.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
DiVincenzo, the pass to McDaniels. And here's Hartenstein. He's got 14. Knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got 10.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Brooklyn making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Portis. Hauser comes in for Brooks. And it's Marshall in for Barrett. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Green is subbed in for Lopez. Outside Curry, looking to end the run. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And it's Joe penetrating. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. DiVincenzo with a screen on Curry. Pass to Green. Back to Caruso. He shoots a 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Outside Joe. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
At the line, Isaiah Joe. Stepping the line with 2 shots.
Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. New York making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Green, a screen. The drive by Smart for 3. DiVincenzo. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart has got 3 assists in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Marshall outside. Pass to Hauser. Now Horford. Robinson with a steal. To the inside. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Horford, a screen on DiVincenzo. Williams looking around. Hauser outside. Drills it from deep. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the basket is good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Horford right side. Tries to save it. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded now by Williams. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds in the game. Marshall passes to Hauser. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hauser's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Green with a screen on Williams. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Green for 3. Here's Robinson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Always giving max effort on the glass, taking everything they'll give him.
And it's Green with the ball for the Knicks. Pass to DiVincenzo. With 1 on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More 2K action in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Green. Klay Thompson is out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. On the attack, Green. And it's Smart missing. And Brooklyn shooting 40% from the field in this one. Williams passes to Horford. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Williams against Smart. The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Smart. New York working the ball around now. Now here's Thompson. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Here's Hartenstein. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Barnes. And there's Horford on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
I thought he might get caught between the pass and the shot, but he makes a great adjustment.
Down low. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Still a tremendous player. Al Horford using that experience.
Brooklyn with the ball. Now Williams. Pass to Barnes. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Green, the pass to Smart. Hartenstein with a screen on Williams. Pass to Thompson. Releases. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Williams with it. He's against Hartenstein, and the shot goes down.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
The Knicks have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Hartenstein with a screen on Williams. Smart passes to Hartenstein. And he can't get that one. Nice D from Horford. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Joe. No good on the 3. New York shooting around 53%, a nice number. Smart with the ball. Now Horford defending. Pass to Hartenstein. Kicks it out to Smart. Fires the three. New York again can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Horford, a screen on Smart. Williams passes to Barnes. This is the jumper.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Green, the pass to Smart. Back to Green. It's Smart on the wing. Williams defending. Pass to Hartenstein. It's stolen by Barnes. Williams in the post. Defended by Smart. Marshall passes to Williams. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And this is why Barnes was the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Your next team.
Barrett's checked in for Brooklyn. Stephen Curry comes in for Williams. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Robinson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Pass to Thompson from downtown. Rebounded by the Nets.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Curry passes to Barrett. It's stolen by Smart. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Barrett against Green. Robinson passes to Smart. Green with a screen on Curry. 6 to shoot to snap the cold streak. Smart. Rebounded by Marshall. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Outside Barrett. Marshall outside. Curry against Smart. The baseline Jay. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Down low. Here's Green. Out to Thompson. Outside, Green. Robinson, a screen on Barrett. Here's Green. And they recover it. Thompson scanning the floor. Smart outside. Tips it.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And there's the screen. Barrett passes to Barnes. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Smart outside. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Green. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Pass to Green. Fades back. Another miss by Green. And the Nets shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Outside Joe. The three. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 5 rebounds in the game. You know, one of the ideas that's been thrown around for the All-Star festivities, a one-on-one tournament with $1 million prize on the line, RJ.
That is amazing when you think about that number. But players are making $75, $80 million a season. Ultimately, that's got to come from within. The want to compete against the best on the biggest stage.
Curry from deep three-point land. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Now a timeout called by New York.
Please give a big round of applause for your Nets team.
And now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Isaiah Hartenstein.
With the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Well, it didn't start out with him being in this crowd's crosshairs, but as the game went along, he kept pouring it on them. It's safe to say they don't want to see this guy anywhere near their arena for a long, long time. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Barnes. Green in the post, working on Barnes. The three from Thompson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Brooks.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
That one drops for him.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
Here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Barnes in the post, Green covering, and the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Smart against Curry. Count it. Curry's gotten 4 this quarter.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Brooks drives in. The three, Barrett hits the trifecta.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Curry against Smart. Pass to Green. And here's Bull. It's hauled in by Portis. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And this is an even matchup. 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Isaiah Hartenstein.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Shot from the low block. Portis' shot is off. And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. There's the drive. Pass to Thompson. Over Barrett. And Thompson gets it to go.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Barnes with a screen on Smart. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They'll pin that one on Marcus Smart. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle